Good morning. So I am going to show you how to mend a hole in a sock. I made all these lovely knitted socks, and I'm trying to do this with the a holder for my camera. It's a strange thing. Anyway, so I've tried a few things. Like I've tried, first of all, going around the edge first and then going back and forth like that. But it leaves, let me get the different ones I've already made and show you. I've done a few things here. I don't know where they are. Yikes, I can't show you if I can't see it. Okay, so here I am again. So this is one way I have mended socks in the past. They always get holes. Now I find that, good morning, Patrick Pyrek. I should turn this so that you can see me. It's quite an ordeal to get this thing to be the right position. Okay, so I've done it in the past like that, and it leaves quite a little, it's thicker there, but it works. Okay, and I've also tried just using a straight stitch and just sewing a seam through it. Like here, you could probably just sew a little seam and take it off, and then you'd have a perfect thing. But I'm going to try something else. So we have this hole, and if you've ever tried to knit and bring your, like if it's too loose, you could always take a crochet hook and make an extra line of stitches in between by just doing that. So I'm going to try and mend this. This is an experiment, so it's not for sure that it's perfect. Of course, nothing you see on here is ever perfect, you know that. Okay, so I want to wear these socks with this dress, and that's the thing. So I'm going to try and crochet this. Maybe it should start from underneath. I don't know if it really matters, or maybe I should just turn it inside out. Let's just put it through there. I'm sure there's many ways to mend socks. We live in such a throwaway culture, but with the food chain and all the other chain being messed up because of COVID, I think I'll loop it over to start. Okay, and I think you should start on the edge. Okay, so I'll go in here with my crochet hook. You see, these are all really crochet stitches. So we'll go in here and we'll pull this through. Try and get the whole thing. And we'll go in the next one and pull it through again. We'll just take the working part. And then again. Now this is possible that this won't work because I'm not going to have something to hook it to on the edge. I can just make a chain here, but how is that going to hook to the edge? Let's just see what I can do later with connecting them together. So I have another one here. I think my crochet hook is too small for the size of this yarn. But if you make it, oh my goodness, this is really, I should probably have an egg underneath this. I bet Beth in Texas would know how to do this. She's the crochet genius, isn't she? Okay, I'm going to go into this, grab my thread under there, bring it through the loop, go into the next one. It's go into here. Oh no, I'm using the wrong one. And I ran out. Where's my yarn? Here it is. Okay, that's what's wrong. I don't think it works very well coming through the inside. Okay, we'll go into that one. We'll go around that. Come out and go through this one. Okay, how's that going to feel? It's quite the bump. I don't know. I don't think this is really going to work, but faith. Faith, act, miracle, right? We'll try. Let's just see what we have to do here. Maybe we have to go around the hole. Do you have a good view? How's your view? I don't know how your view is. Maybe I should bring you closer. How's that? Is that better? Let's just go around the hole, see how that works. It's good to experiment with new things because things never, you wouldn't ever have change if you didn't experiment with new ideas. You would never have a new recipe. New stuff is important. And if it flops, at least we will know that it's not a good idea. We will never wonder, oh, should we do it that way? I mean, there is a reason our grandparents did it all a certain way. You know, the darning of a sock is an age-old thing, right? This is an old skill that is long since gone. And, you know, you buy these socks at the cheap stores and you get 6 in a package for $6 or something like that, or $3. I don't know, times are changing, prices are changing, but the cheap ones, I used to try and darn them all, but that was years ago when I didn't have any money, and so we were farmers and we were living off what we could grow. If we couldn't grow it, we didn't eat it. And so we didn't buy much stuff, except I found ways to charge stuff at the co-op, much to the dismay of my poor husband. Not this one. Anyway, so now I throw socks away. If they get holes in them, I can throw them away. But this one I made, and when you put 20 hours into making something, you don't want to throw it away. At least I don't. Because it's my time, and my time is valuable to me. I think it'll be smaller if you keep your stitches small. If you let them be big, then they'll be floppy. I mean, they'll be bumpy. I don't always use right words. I have noun aphasia, which means that you don't always find the right noun for the word, to communicate. Like I always say things like, oh, it's on the dishwasher, and I mean it's on the counter, or it's on the freezer. And that is very confusing for poor husbands. Some of whom will let you know, and others are just so kind and they say, I can't find it. And I say, oh, Because you always say that you can't find anything. Why can't you find anything? Which is very unkind. Which I am trying not to ever do. But I do it anyway. Growth is slow. Change is slow. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your spouse. Speak kindly. I don't know what you meant. Okay, so now I can go around the edge and just go into the edge of what I've just done. So I've made it one way around. I'll stop and show you. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, this is going to be cute, if nothing else. Even if it will be a little bump. That is not the piece I want. I want this one. Aww. Now don't forget to thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and tell me how you darn socks. Do you darn socks? Darn socks. I love socks. They keep my legs warm. When I first came to Canada, and I would wear dresses, and my legs would freeze, and I couldn't figure out how in the world do people do it. The socks that you could buy, or the stockings, going to church, you had to wear something on your legs, and in the winter time was wearing stockings. Well, that didn't really work because then my legs still hurt and got cold. Okay, this is too small here that I've done. There's a way to hold your yarn. You put it over those two fingers and under. And to crochet, you hook it in and you pull it through. So the way you start is you make a knot, a little loop, and then you start doing that. Now I got part of the other piece there. There, okay. If I make them big and then close them after, might be easier. Okay, let's go into the next one here. But I'm skipping them because they're getting smaller area, right? I don't want to go into everything or I'll end up with a tower. Having a hard time holding my yarn properly. Hook it around the end there. That's better. Gotta have control of it. The locus of control. You feel better when you have some say in how things turn out. If you have control over yourself and your things you do and choices you make. Okay, I'm skipping one there. I think I'll skip one here too. Kind of hard not to catch the threads of the other stuff. I'll skip another one here. Interesting, crocheting a I should get another crochet hook, but that reeks of effort. The top of my finger is numb, or sort of numb. It tingles, because I once was having a cup of tea with a teacup and on a swing, and the swing broke, and it was a porch swing, and when I fell, my finger landed on the broken cup. I'll skip one again. I love it when I get ideas, Ideas are really awesome. So how's it turning out? It's definitely a bump. There's too many stitches. Well, I'm going to continue. So what have I learned then? That you could, if you do this, you need to use smaller yarn. I was originally thinking of just going with the lines of the, how did I end up with that? A double crochet there. I almost skip one. So that's one, and here's the second one. How come these don't have pointier ends? If they had a pointier end, I think it would be better. Probably you can get some with pointier ends, because if I thought that, someone else has thought it too. Because, as you know, there's nothing new under the sun. So if I had just taken 3 or 4 stitches, straight stitches with a piece of thread, I would have closed the hole and it would have been flat. So I think that would have been better. Oh, it wasn't a double crochet, it was just going through the 2 spots. Guess you have to have long fingernails if you don't have a pointy crochet hook. But look, the hole is getting smaller. Can you see that? Maybe I'm trying to go through too many things. I'm going to let it be loose. I think that might be better. However, then it'll probably wear through again very quickly. So next, let's go up here. Where are our stitches? 1 stitch is here, 1 stitch is there. We're going to go 3. Skip 2 and go into number 3. I'm going to make apple pie for you later. And pumpkin pie. I've got all this pumpkin now sitting out. I've got to cook it up. I was thinking I'll use my gluten-free recipe with, I have some almond flour. So when I make a pie crust, I use 2 cups of flour and a cup of butter or something. And then I get a very flaky pie crust. And if I really want it to be nice, I can use an egg and a tablespoon of vinegar. You put an egg in a bowl and you put vinegar in with it, and then you add water to make 1 cup. And hey, look at this. This is really coming along. I think we've got it. It sure looks pretty, doesn't it? We'll see how much of a bump it is when I wear it. But you know what? It's going to wear through, so it's not going to be a bump forever. Okay, what's left? Hey, look at this. We're right down to the nitty-gritty. Getting to the end of it. Okay, now, if you want to be notified when I make videos, you have to subscribe. Otherwise, you may lose me and never find me again, and some people don't like that. I know maybe some of you think that's a good idea, but... So this having two threads coming out of here, I don't know, I don't think I like having it coming from the middle. Maybe I'm done. I'll go into here, and that'll be our last one. Of course, now it's on the wrong side. Put this on the other side, and then we'll go into that. A little tricky here, eh? Which one is what I'm looking for? Maybe I should just be done now. Let's just be done now. If you can't break the thread because it's too thick, and you don't have scissors, if you unwind it, and then you separate them, there should be 2 or 3 or 4, this has got 4. You separate it into the 4, and then you can easily break each one of those. 1, 2, 3, no. Spun well. They're spun in one direction and then they're plied by spinning in the other direction. So this is 4 ply. See, and if you unwind it all the way here, you see how easy that would be? They're just all side by side now. So why can't I do it? Okay. There we go. So we did it successfully without breaking our teeth or whatever the other thing is. Okay. And then this thing we pull through. And you pull it tightly. Not tight, but tightly. And then we'll go to the inside. And then we will pull it inside. And then you can pull it through a whole bunch of these, so in and out. Helps if it's exactly the same shade. So when you're making socks, you should probably not use up all the yarn that you've got and stop making your sock when your yarn runs out. You should probably save enough that you can mend all of them when they go bad. Okay, and then you pull it through like that, and then it's hidden. And then you can snip it off. But, okay, so let's analyze this. So it's a bit of a bump on the edges, but since it's right in the center of the heel, maybe it'll be okay. Okay, so that's it. So we had a hole, and we went around it, making single stitches, but I think we went around too many, or because it's pretty loose, I mean pretty bumped up there. And then we skipped a stitch every row and got smaller and smaller, skipping like 3 at the end. So we went in every one at the beginning, then we went every second one, and then in every third one. And then we unwound this and broke them all off one by one, and then we fished them through here. Let's look at the other side. This is where all the stuff went that has... Okay, that's what it looks like from the inside. And this didn't have to be tied, just pulled through. Where did the end go? Somewhere. So if I pull it a little tighter. Now you could have gone in and out of that, but I didn't want it to show on the other side. Okay, there, now you know how to mend a sock with a crochet hook. or one possibility. I bet there's a million possibilities, and if you Google it, I think you'll find more things. Okay, so I guess now we have to put it on the old foot here to make sure that we like it. Here comes the foot. And then we'll walk around with it and see what it feels like. Okay, I'll take it off of there. Oh, I can't tell any difference. It's very nice. It's just perfect. Oh, that was wonderful. Well, thanks for watching. So now I'm going to start to make pumpkin. I'm going to make pie crust, and then pumpkin pie and apple pie. And remember, you saw it here last, and you can do this at home. Results may differ. Yay, I did it. Give yourself a thumbs up and comment down below, how do you mend a sock? Okay, ta-ta. I guess it wasn't very exciting because there's only one person there. Anyway, see you later. Bye.